Welcome to the Important Questions Podcast, the only podcast that likes to bring you breakfast in bed, gives you a nice little kiss on your forehead. We also answer life's most important questions. In case you guys haven't noticed, I'm not Dave, I'm Scott, and I'm going to host today. Alongside me, as always, are the beautiful, the talented, the handsome, the voluptuous acolytes of knowledge, Smitty, Rico, and Dave. How you boys doing?
Pretty
Thanks
good.
for the visual-based adjectives for an audio medium.
Yeah, it'll reflect in artwork one day.
Are we contractually obligated to bring people food in bed and kiss them?
No.
Okay, perfect.
Guys, do I sound curvy and voluptuous?
Very.
Do I sound thick?
Sound dummy thick.
We are contractually obligated to make sure that they are satisfied.
Sound like you got a booty on you,
How juicy does my ass sound right now?
like a dump truck.
Super juicy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, Smitty, those
I'm
cheeks are
twerking.
clapping.
I'm twerking.
He's standing at a counter and twerking while we're recording. Smitty, this is all I hear in the background. Can you please stop getting your ass to clap while you're talking, Smitty?
For
My
62
important
minutes.
question for today's episode is, who wants to go to Cracker Barrel?
I do. That sounds awesome.
That's a good
Okay,
warm-up
I'm
question.
satisfied.
Yeah.
I'm really satisfied.
In case you guys don't know how this show works, we got 4 hosts. We've got 4 questions, and we'll hopefully give you 4-ish answers. Give or take us just kind of getting off topic and bullshitting around it for a little bit. Today we have a warm up that I'm going to throw into the ring. We've got a mid show that was submitted by a listener, and then if you guys stay tuned for post, we got 2 other questions submitted by listeners. And if you want to throw in a question, that is 708-433-9153. Let's fucking jump into it. You boys ready to warm up?
Let's
Let's
get
go.
warm.
My warm-up question is, what's the weirdest fucking thing you've ever eaten for breakfast?
Beer and cereal.
Beer?
Not mixed.
Beer,
I've had
though?
beer for, well, yeah. I did that a couple times right out of college because I was a weirdo.
What kind of beer? Because that's super important to know.
It was like a light beer. It was like a well, not like a light beer, like LITE, but like an equivalent of like a Blue Moon, like a wheat based beer that's not very heavy.
Gotcha.
I don't know why, Smitty, but like, if you told me you had like an oatmeal stout or something like that, I'd be like, oh yeah,
Yeah, I
that
agree.
sounds normal.
If you're like, I don't know why when you said it had beer and cereal, I pictured a bowl of dry cereal and like half a can of Coors Light that was left over from the night before. That's
It's fucking
Right.
gross.
Float my
Really
cereal in
bad
empties. Right.
Um,
Got the
my
cigarette butts.
one time, Scott, my wife and I, it's a few years ago, we were talking about like when we were kids, there's nothing that we wanted more than to wake up and have ice cream for breakfast.
yeah.
So my wife and I were just like, fuck it, we're adults. We could do that now. So we went out to the store. We bought everything to make ice cream sundaes. And then we woke up the next morning and made ice cream sundaes for breakfast and ate them. And then you figure out why you don't do that.
Yeah.
As your day starts out just kind of like really sluggish.
I spent the night at a friend's house and his mom made us pancakes and then she put like a scoop of chocolate ice cream in between them. And even like from a young age, I was like, this is just, you don't do this for a reason. So I wholeheartedly agree.
Ice
I'm
cream
gonna
is
eat
going
a
to be my
ton
answer.
of candy for breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was like Halloweens and shit where I'd wake up the next morning and just gouge myself on candy. Gorge myself.
Takis is also up there.
Ooh, Takis for breakfast.
Start
Takis
the
is a
day
good
with
breakfast.
an ulcer.
Yep. Takis is a good breakfast.
Especially if you don't like drink any water straight beforehand. Your stomach's like, please give me water. You're like, how's a bunch of sodium and a bunch of really spicy shit sound?
Mm-hmm.
Lots of citric acid right in the morning.
Yeah.
I was also going to say, like, I know people getting like McDonald's for breakfast really isn't that weird of a thing, but like there's been some other fast food places that I've gotten breakfast from that I would chalk up to pretty high in the weird list. Like there was one time where I think White Castle started getting into breakfast. So I was like, fuck it. I gotta try it.
Mhm.
Right.
So I went out and got like their waffle sliders. There was like a small waffle with a sausage in between or like something else like that. Which is also kind of weird. Straight up, I think I've just had White Castle sliders for breakfast before too.
Same. I don't think I've ever not felt
That
weird
sounds
after eating
miserable.
White Castle. To to be completely fair. I think the weirdest thing. Sorry, Rico, go ahead.
I was going to say that sounds the opposite of miserable. That sounds amazing. Might try this.
You start your day shitting immediately.
Yeah. Do that anyways with coffee. So
I remember being on vacation and we were staying in a hotel. We were like road tripping with my family, and we went to Red Lobster one night, and I had leftover Alfredo, like shrimp Alfredo pasta. We didn't have a microwave that was functioning, so I ate it cold for breakfast.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, cold shrimp at about 7 a.m. was fucking sweet, dude.
yeah, you win.
Nice glass of apple juice to wash down with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sufficiently warm.
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
worse than orange juice and toothpaste?
It's up there, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like way worse.
Fuck yeah.
So,
Smitty?
like, did White Castle have like actual like breakfast options?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because I was literally thinking of like black coffee in a Crave case.
I mean, that's
And,
that's
like,
equally as bad.
That's also an
That
option.
sounds pretty bad.
I don't want to get coffee from White Castle because you know it's going to come like fucking burnt to the bottom of the pot because they only
Oh, yeah.
probably make one a night.
Yeah, it's probably on the level of like gas station coffee.
I don't know why like
I'd say it's
most
worse.
fast food breakfasts seem so like offensive to me outside of the McDonald's controlled environment. Like I know a lot of restaurants do that now. Like Wendy's, you can get a breakfast baconator. I don't think I've ever had a breakfast baconator. I think that would ruin my day.
It does.
I was gonna say that sounds awful.
Yeah. Speaking from experience, it's
what the fuck?
yeah, it's starting off your day with like a rock in your stomach.
I was gonna say you just ate like a big dense wad of Play-Doh
Yeah.
breakfast.
It comes out
Just
looking
spend
like Play-Doh too.
Like you gotta so much energy is just devoted to digesting that you feel sluggish all
Yeah.
day.
You just walk into work sweaty.
Blood sugar's fucked all day long.
Hey man, did you just have a morning workout before you came to work? No. I had the
I just
breakfast
came from
baconator.
White Castle.
You've got physical shakes and tremors. You can't even like hold your coffee cup and
You got like fucking DTs or something.
had a breakfast baconator. Somebody help me.
I don't think they do this, but can you always imagine like a breakfast from Arby's?
No.
A meat mountain for breakfast.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. There we
Hell
go.
yeah.
But they crack an egg on it at the top.
And a piece of like a sausage patty.
A spicy
Yeah, they
chicken
include a
sandwich.
sausage. And I know they wouldn't crack an egg on it. You'd get like one of those fast food egg discs.
Yeah. Fucking gross. One that's been sitting in
I'm
like
down.
the warmer tray for like hours, so it's actually kind
Yeah.
of like hard to bite into.
Or like super
I'm out.
spongy.
Yeah, that's gross. I'm warmed up, unfortunately.
I'm warmed up too.
Smitty, you want to start us this evening?
Sure. And this may be more for like a warm up question, but what is the cool to dickhead ratio of various names? And like I mean like sorry, hold on. Like I was gonna squeaky toy.
I mean Rico's pretty douchey.
Rico's highly douchey.
I was gonna
Big
say
dickhead.
like in my
Energy.
experience, every guy that I've met that is named Brian has been a cool motherfucker.
Brian's
I
hit
don't
or
know why.
miss.
Just
Brian's hit or
every
miss
single
with
Brian.
Brian's have generally been pretty okay to me too.
Every person, every dude I've ever met named Logan is a giant piece of human shit. Every single one.
I don't know if I know any actual Logans.
Yeah, neither do I.
I've got some
Uh,
students who are named Logan, but I don't think they count because they haven't flowered into adults yet.
I think you
They
can still
they can
tell.
still be molded.
Yeah.
yeah.
I had we had like a list of our participants that were coming in for work for training, and on the name there was like one dude on the list, and his name was Logan. I was like, this guy's probably a fucking asshole. And I was right. The dude was such a piece of shit. And it wasn't because I already came in with bias. He was just a douche.
Mm.
Yeah.
I know a handful of Jakes, and it's always I feel like Jake is very hit or miss.
I
Like,
agree.
Opposite ends of the spectrum.
Mhm.
Same thing with Brandon. I've met a couple really, really cool people named Brandon. I've also met several complete asshats named Brandon.
Mm.
Mhm.
Hey Scott, what was what was the name of that guy from the brew store that we used to go to when we were making beer?
Mason.
Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will forever love that name just because he was the only Mason I ever knew, and he
Yeah.
was a cool fucking dude.
Nice.
Yeah, he was pretty awesome. I actually kind of forgot about him until you mentioned it, and then I woke up.
What's your take on Ron?
Fat dude with a mustache.
That tracks. Yep.
The sound
Yep.
effect
Yeah.
of Smitty's talk in the background
God damn it.
was perfect.
What's your
Clowns
take on
fucking
Ron?
in the background again.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
it's-
clowns
I don't-
fucking in the background. How they feel about the name Ron?
Rons and Dons, dude. They just give me fat old douche vibes.
Yeah.
The one Don that I've
Yeah.
known was an IT guy for a school district I worked for, and he was cool as hell.
I feel like with the Ron and the Don, I just immediately get a whiff of BO.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm with you.
Do you guys have you ever met a guy named Larry besides like the one that we went to school with?
Yes. I have
Yeah.
an Uncle Larry.
Do you?
I had a grandpa
Mm,
named Larry.
yes.
Oh, that's fucking sweet. Larry that we
Yeah.
went to high school with is the only one that I like legitimately know.
And to be fair, my uncle and that Larry kind of like fit the same part because they were just big fucking goofballs.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mhm.
The Larry I know is an old fucking goofball.
Mhm.
So
Well, the thing is, if Larrys were professional, they would go by Lawrence, and then they're just
Right.
kind of like fucking
yeah,
assholes.
That's fair.
That's a
I
good
think
point.
I think once you open it up to being called Larry, you're immediately in the fun category, and Lawrence is the opposite end.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
like,
like-
it's like a Jimmy who says that he goes by James now, right?
Or like Tommy versus Thomas.
Right.
Yeah. There's also like a certain point, like when you're a kid and everybody calls you Tommy, and then all of a sudden you turn like 25, you're like, no, it's Thomas now. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Or
buddy.
Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Which
think
like
I'd
Tom
rather-
is cool.
I'd rather
Tom's
be
a,
Tom
Tom's
than
a very
Thomas.
like middle of the road, anything goes sort of name.
Yeah. You're skating under the radar. You're getting everything done, but like you're just kind of hidden.
Yeah. To be fair, I
That's,
think
that's your times.
majority of the Toms that I've met are pretty fucking cool.
I agree. Have you I know this name is kind of memed, but do you guys actually know any Chads?
I know two
No.
of them,
I know
Oh.
one.
and I they're not stereotypical Chads. I appreciate both of them as humans.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, now that you mentioned that, I actually do know one of the Chads that you guys know.
Yeah.
So I guess I technically know one Chad.
I'm not gonna lie. When we were younger and I first met him, he was a total Chad. But he has since matured a little bit, and he's pretty cool.
Wait, isn't like stereotypical Chad like a badass or whatever?
Jock. Big time
Oh,
jock.
I just assumed douchebag.
Gets laid all the time.
Oh, then he was not. He was very far from a stereotypical Chad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite the opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But he's a cool dude.
How about the Charles names? So you got Charles, Charlie, Chuck, and then there's one exception. I knew a Charles that went by Chaz, and I wanted to kick his ass
Why didn't you?
Yeah.
because I'm what's
'Cause
the
you're-
word?
'cause
A
you're not a Chad?
pacifist.
Okay.
I'm a pacifist.
Uh,
I'm not enough of a Chad to kick Chaz's ass.
I did
I
meet.
knew a Chuck.
I knew a
Sorry.
Charles. And he only went by Charles. I was like, no Charlie, no Chuck. He's like, no, and don't even think about calling me that. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna call you that twice as much now.
I knew a guy who went by Charlie and Chuck. He was cool. He's dead now. He's not Chuck now.
I'll put in the air horn sound right here.
I feel like everybody that I met that's named Charlie, like as an adult dude, has been pretty cool.
Mm.
Along the same lines as Larry.
Yeah, Charlies and Chucks tend to be cool. Like Scott, to your point, like I'm Charles.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can give me a fucking break about that shit.
My niece's name, Rico and I's niece's name's Charlie, but we call her Chuck. I call her Chuck.
Yeah,
I think it's cool as fuck.
yeah.
I have a lot of interactions with kids named Hunter. And generally, if your name is Hunter, you're a piece of shit. I don't know why. I think it's just like, by and large, every student that I've had whose name has been Hunter has been like an obnoxious fuckhead.
Do you have any thoughts on that, Scott?
I'm gonna remain silent. My godson's name is Hunter.
Oh, except him.
Par for
That's
the
it.
course. No, it's par for the course, babe. How about
All these names apply to everybody except if your name is mentioned, then it doesn't apply to you.
How about the Williams, the Bills, the Billies, the Wills? Like, what do you decide to go by? That name has so many options.
Bills are usually cool. A lot of the Bills that I've met have been like old men who are cool.
I agree.
A
Wills
lot
are
of the-
usually meh for me.
The Wills are mid usually. Do you go by William? The only William I
Billiam.
ever knew was like I've never known a Billiam. The one William that I knew
No.
though was like a tiny child, and he was, my opinion was to be determined because I didn't know him.
I think William is like only applicable to like when they're young. Before, like, as the kid gets older, you're like, yeah, you're definitely a Bill, aren't you? You're gonna be fucking awesome. Or you start out as Will, and then by like a certain age, you're like, no, I'm Bill now, and I'm cool as fuck.
I have one.
You-
Bo.
Bo.
Eh.
Fuck
Mid.
'em.
Super cool fucking dude. The kind of guy who's generous with his wallet.
Yeah.
Does anybody know a Willie?
No, I don't know if I want to know.
Like a
That strikes
cartoon
me as like
character?
a really well, yeah. That does have like a cartoon character sort of name, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I was just thinking like a really old man named Willie.
What about like Walter?
yeah,
or
my
Walt?
mind goes to Stardew Valley, dude. All I could think of is that goddamn fisherman.
Oh yeah, and he was cool as fuck.
You guys know any Waltz?
Any Walt or Walters?
I know one Walter. Chill, dude.
Nice.
I'm going through a list on the internet here because I'm an unoriginal jackass. I'm
Well,
going to
it's
skip a lot of
John.
like the meme names and shit. John's middle of the road.
Well,
John is
before
mid.
you go into your list, there's we were talking about James and Jim and
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy. What's the sliding scale on that one?
On John or Jim?
Jim, James, Jimmy, that kind of whole little grouping there.
Jimmy's a wild card, I feel like.
Yeah,
Jimmy
Jimmy
is-
could be
Jimmy
like
is a
really
wild
cool,
card.
or Jimmy could be like a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
Jimbo.
Jimbo.
Jimbo's cool as fuck.
Jim-
that
yeah,
guy's
Jimbo's fucking
bitching.
awesome.
Jimbo.
Any
is
dude
bitchin'.
who goes by
tracks.
Jimbo is like insanely confident.
Yeah.
that is a confident
that
motherfucker.
does track, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
With the one Jimbo I know.
I'll preach to that. I know it. Yeah, I know the same Jimbo. It's pretty fucking sweet.
All right. I do want to bring up again. I'm skipping a lot of these, but the ones that trigger me, I'm gonna bring up. The name Norman or Norm.
Just reminds me of the
Nor-
dude on Cheers.
He was kind of cool, wasn't he? I don't know. I've never seen Cheers.
I fucking hate the name.
I've
I
only known
despise it.
two in my life. One of them, his name was not Norm, but everybody called him Norm because he looked like Norm from Cheers. And he was pretty cool. And he also died super early because he was fat and unhealthy.
I do get fat vibes from the name Norman,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think that's because of Cheers.
the only Norman I think I know is not super fat. I don't think. Maybe he got fatter over time.
Everybody gets fat
With that name,
That's fair.
It's true.
You got a fat name.
Your fat coefficient is higher. It's like you get fatter at twice the rate
Yeah.
of other humans.
Ma'am, you predisposed your child to obesity by naming him Norman.
Parents picked the wrong class for their child when they were assigning him attributes.
Should have called him Jimbo.
+5 charisma immediately.
Hell yeah. Yep.
That's fucking awesome. Not that I have like any specific names for like. Was this just for dudes?
no.
Oh, we're
just
fucking
any-
misogynistic pieces of shit.
Because
We
anytime
only
I'm
hang out with men, so
on a like if I'm on a dating app and I see a woman's name is Ashley, but it's spelled ASHLEIGH, that's a left swipe all day.
and any of those names,
Because you can't
like,
remember how to spell it.
I do not remember. Does left mean yes or no?
Left means no,
Okay.
And it's not just because of the spelling of her name. It's because usually it's like, oh God, like I know you have a golden doodle that you're gonna love way more than you'll ever love me. And I don't want to follow your Instagram account.
Golden doodles are pretty cool though.
Karen. Obvious name.
Karens are cool. I fucking love them.
I've
Karen's,
met a
Karen's
couple
a very
cool ones, yeah.
loaded one, just because of current culture. The one Karen that I
Right.
know is, well, she's kind of miserable and has a lot of reasons to be, and therefore is kind of miserable to everybody else. But
So
I give her
maybe
a pass because she's had some pretty significant trauma in her life recently. So I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, actually when I was at work, we were having
Yep.
a new hire. Her name was Karen, and even before she got there, everybody's like, "Great, we've got this new lady, and she's going to be a total Karen." I was like, "This is pretty fucking rude, man. You're not
Jesus.
even giving her the opportunity to prove herself."
That's so unprofessional.
It's not like her name was Logan or something stupid.
Just immediately like, that's their name. Fuck them.
Yeah, she
What
was.
a piece of shit.
Speaking of which, if your name's Jason, go and fuck yourself, man.
Yeah, I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
That is my experience with people named Jason as well.
I know one Jason, and he's
Not
not cool
cool.
as hell.
Oh,
Damn.
hell yeah! I'm glad he's the exception.
Does he listen to
the
the show?
I doubt it.
Is he in your other group chat?
He's too cool for the show.
Damn it.
Believe it.
Fuck yeah.
What else is on that list, Dave?
Yeah.
I already exited out of it. One of the ones that
God damn it.
I don't know. I don't want to just read a fucking list, dude. I just
How
I
do
want
you
to
feel about
gain
Steve? How do you
natural
feel about
inspiration.
Greg?
One of the names on that list though was Guy, and I've never actually met I've never met a guy named Guy, but I imagine if I did, it would be like the best experience of my fucking life.
Yeah, I get that feeling too.
Probably.
You're a guy named Guy? Oh my God.
He's just a real down to earth guy.
Smitty, whenever
Yeah.
you said Greg, I have yet to meet a Greg that I don't think is every Greg that I've met is garbage.
I don't know if I've ever actually. I met maybe a Greg at some point, but they've been so unmemorable that it doesn't matter.
Craig too. Aside from you, Smitty, every other person I've met that's named Craig is just fucking the worst.
Yeah.
I know one other Craig, and he does insurance, and he's mid.
That sounds so yeah.
Yeah.
Craig from insurance just sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jake from State Farm. Just
Right.
not as cool. The original
I'm your
Jake.
insurance broker, Craig.
Yep.
That's all his business
No,
card
not-
says. There's no last name, no nothing. It's just Craig, insurance broker.
Yeah.
A name you can trust.
That's
Like
fucking
Keith.
awesome.
Keith is. Any Keiths I've met have been fairly decent people.
They're the total opposite sides of the spectrum for me. They're either super cool or complete douchebags.
Damn, contentious name.
Yeah, I get like old man vibes. I know one younger guy named Keith. He went to my college. He started out as a Satanist and then he found the Lord, and now he's just like up everyone's ass about it.
What the fuck?
Then he
Yeah.
found it like he
What?
didn't know that I was preaching his enemy for the longest time. He's like, wait a minute, this other dude seems pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'm swapping teams. Fuck
Yeah,
this. How do you guys feel about the
So,
name
yeah.
Adolf?
Cool name.
I mean, Dolph is cool. Dolph's a great nickname.
Same with Adolfo. I mean, that's
Adolfo.
pretty cool.
Uh,
It's like Jim James and Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
every person I've met that's been named Eduardo has been a fucking solid dude.
I don't
Eduardo.
know any
Eduardo,
Eduardos.
just really cool person.
Names that like end in O seem to be cooler people.
Elmo.
Jimbo, Eduardo,
Elmo.
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 Elmo's pretty tight. I'd hang out with Elmo.
Bilbo.
Lets you tickle.
Bilbo. I only know one Bilbo. He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He had a weird jewelry dependency though.
You like telling me these long ass stories.
Yeah.
How about just Mo? There's not enough
Mo.
Mo's these days.
I've never met a dude named
Real
Mo.
wise guy name.
It's
Yeah.
like I've seen Mo as a nickname for women named Morgan. And
yeah, same. But like
Yeah.
the male name Mo is just It's gone.
It's just, Three Stooges is the only one I can think of, and he's the best.
Mm.
What about Curly?
I was gonna say- That's a great nickname. I also don't know where they
Russ-
got it from.
Wasn't he the bald one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was the joke, right?
Right.
I don't know. And Larry
Yeah.
was the one with the weird ass curly hair. And then Shemp.
Yeah.
Shemp needs to come back too.
Shemp.
Shemp. That sounds like some
I
kind
just-
of tool that I found in the back of like a Home Depot. I'm like, I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know I had to Shemp this into place.
Damn, it's the wrong size shemp.
I would have assumed he's the only person on the planet ever in the history of the planet to be named Shemp.
Can you
Maybe.
just
I don't know.
Yeah.
imagine him introducing himself to like a woman at a bar? He'd be like, "Oh, my name's Shemp." It's what?
Swipe left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe it's one
fuck
of those
yeah.
like really old timey names, like Aloysius or something like that.
God damn, dude. If I met someone with that name, I'd be fucking stoked.
Aloysius
You
is
meet a guy named Al, and then you find out his full name is Aloysius. Be like,
Aloysius-
what the fuck?
It sounds like an adjective. I was having the most Aloysius day the other day when we were hanging
It does.
out.
It absolutely does.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Are you satisfied, Smitty?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm satisfied.
that's
yeah.
great. Are you boys satisfied
Shout
too?
out to all the Ashleys out there.
The only women name that we mentioned.
Yeah.
Dave, what you got, bro?
All right, boys. My question this week is: the world has become overly bureaucratic. What is the worst part of living? And this question was inspired by a tweet of mine the other day at Russell Frodeck for you wonderful people at home. The tweet reads: red tape and bureaucracy has gotten so bad that now in order to take a shit, you have to fill out and file Form 136A-1, request to take a fat shit, and wait 6 to 8 weeks for processing. So along those lines, boys, the world's become overly bureaucratic. What sucks the hardest?
What's the form I have to fill out to kill myself? Because this just sounds horrible.
Oh, it's
assume-
like a binder.
Yeah.
Getting consent is like a mile. It's like a Walgreens receipt length contract that you have to fill out.
Yeah, it's probably something I send out and have to wait like 2 to 3 business months to get back just for them to give it to me and go, "Do you consent to ending your own life?" And I'd be like, "What the fuck?" And then
Yeah.
it would take another very long time before I heard back.
Rico,
The
did you
paperback, it just says denied on it.
I meant the other kind of consent, but yeah,
Yeah, I thought you meant sex consent.
I did. Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought you meant directly
also
related to the kill
denied.
myself thing.
yeah,
yeah.
Request for sex denied
You're an actual
by a
incel.
fucking bureaucrat.
The dude's edging and has blue balls for like 2 weeks until he hears back.
Did he file permission to edge?
No, I guess that's fair.
Permission to edge, sir.
Granted. Hey, I said
But
edge.
you
I said
never-
edge.
Yeah, you're never able to get permission to finish. You just edge
Participate
until you
in
die.
It's an illegally what like bureaucratic speak is like coded in innuendo, so it never says explicitly what it is, right? So
Sure.
like an illegal operation of ejaculation or something like that.
Yeah, but who's enforcing these things?
The bureaucrats.
The cum police.
Goddamn bureaucrats.
The cum
ACAB
police.
includes the cum police.
The cum police arrested me because I still tried to kill myself without approval.
That's right. I feel like the request to have sex, you would need to like know, like, hey baby, in 7 weeks I'm gonna be horny, and I hope you are too.
Actually,
You ever
so-
see that meme where
Yeah.
it's like I consent, or it's like two people says I consent, and then it says like, isn't there somebody you forgot to ask? And usually it's a picture of Jesus.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then instead it's just
And
a
then he
picture of
says,
a guy
"I
in a
don't."
suit with a business, like in a business suit with like a briefcase.
When you have sex, there's 3 people in the room.
Mm-hmm. There's a notary present.
Who
A
also helps
typist?
you soak.
Who's the person in the courtroom that just like keeps record of everything?
Yeah,
A
right.
stenographer.
Stenographer. Yeah.
He's taking off her bra, attempting to take off her bra. It's not going so well. He's fucked up on the second clasp.
Always the middle. Skips to the third. Third
Been
class
there.
undone. First class undone.
Oh, he gave up.
She's doing it.
You
Can I
look
go
at
on
like
top now? Not without fucking
the-
filling out Form 36B, permission to switch.
Babe, I can't wait to have sex tonight, but only in missionary and doggy.
Because those were the two permitted by
Yeah.
permit.
Those are the ones that were approved.
By our sex permit.
Yeah.
You got to put the permit on the window at your front door.
You get like an
This
allotted,
house is authorized for these types of sex positions.
authorized for fornication in the following positions.
Yeah, you're too loud, and a cop is walking down the street and hears you and knocks on your door because you don't have a permit in your window. Bust your ass.
Hey, you better not be fucking fun, having a good fucking time in there.
Do
Knock,
they
knock,
get
knock.
give you like an allotted number of tags like for hunting season? Like, oh, you can only have sex 6 times the next 4 months, so
Yeah,
choose wisely.
Would you like the foreplay stamp?
That's an
you have
extra.
to wear
That's
a
an extra $48.
high vis vest.
High vis vest, non-skid shoes.
OSHA gets involved. You know.
So yeah, sex would be bad.
Sex would be bad.
They're sitting
What
there
else would
going,
be bad in this world?
"That's not proper body mechanics, sir. You need to bend at the hips, not at the back."
They're giving you like ergonomic exercises to do, which might unironically or ironically help make sex more fun.
They make you stretch before and after.
Which is something you should be doing anyway.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Mm. Sleeping would be
boys.
hard
Sleeping. Okay.
because
Oh shit.
yeah, it'd probably be super regimented. Or it's like if you plan to sleep this evening, you need to do between this hour and this hour. Anything beyond that is breaking code 65483, and then you've got to file at the township for extended sleeping hours.
Yeah, you didn't file for REM sleep, so if we see your eyes flutter, you're fucking coming with us.
You open your eyes. There's somebody like looking to like really close. It's a sleep study every single night.
Oh, God.
Would this make living anywhere basically like you're under an HOA essentially?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a life
terrible.
owners association.
I hate that.
Fuck, man. It's really depressing.
I wouldn't consider myself to be a spontaneous person, but that would really like eliminate like, oh, you know, maybe today I'll just go for a drive for a little bit since it's nice out. Some guys like actually, there's a boot on your car and you have to stay in the house.
Spontaneity does not exist in this scenario.
No,
Everything is regimented.
where everybody's spontaneous actions are all just to go to the office to fill out the proper form so they can do that thing 6 weeks ahead of time.
Hmm.
You didn't fill out the proper form to take your car anywhere, but also you can't stay inside because you didn't file the proper form to stay inside. It's like when you're like one of those people that lives at the airport because you have like no proof of any citizenship.
You're Tom Hanks in the terminal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a great
Didn't
movie,
it
by the
happen
way.
where like his country collapsed or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Victor
Yeah.
Navorsky or something. Such a
I've
good
heard that
movie.
that has actually happened to people. Like
It
obviously it
has.
has happened, but like there was specifically I was reading about like some guys who worked for like a game development studio and they were like in the country on a green card and their company shut down and then they couldn't actually go back to their home country because they like couldn't get the paperwork filed properly. So they were just stuck in the United States.
That's fucked up.
It was like some it
Mhm.
was some Slavic country. I don't remember which one, but I don't think it was Russia, but it doesn't matter. That's like the most miserable, like Kafka-esque real life thing that I can think of. Like
Yeah.
a man of no nation.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm satisfied.
Did you file out the form to
Yeah.
Sorry,
make-
I
say
to
that.
become satisfied?
No, I did not.
We'd have to have a
All right, boys,
license to
hang-
run this podcast.
So what's the consequence? Is it just fines, like left and right?
Yeah, fines
hard
and then
labor.
eventually jail, because it depends on how bad of a of a bureaucracy breaker you are.
I hate this. I
You
hate
get
everything about it.
Get the death penalty because you ordered a couch on Wayfair, but you didn't clear it with your credit card company first. You didn't file like a 6-foot stack of paperwork before you bought the couch.
Permission to buy new furniture.
Even if
Again,
you
denied.
like, when you were talking about the HOA thing, can you imagine if they controlled what kind of furniture you could put inside your house?
It sounds like that's what life would be. Yeah, it's just like there's an HOA above you at all times.
I bet you there is an HOA that like determines what could be in your house too. That doesn't sound
Well,
like
or
super far
What's
fetched.
visible from the windows, maybe.
Yeah, like if your living room is like in front of a picture window, you can't have this, 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 or this.
It makes
that's
sense,
so
right?
cunty.
Because they would see you carry it into the house when it arrives at your house, you know. So
Mhm.
can't have that if it's ugly.
How much would that suck if you're trying to move and there's just some jackass with a clipboard and a camera taking notes and then giving you tickets
Nope.
after you move in? Yep. Your furniture sucks. Hate your dog. Your choice of rug is garbage.
I hate your
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, dogs are allowed by HOA. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
hate
I just
yours.
fucking hate it.
Yeah. Yours is a stupid breed. Come on.
It's ugly.
God, your like monthly mortgage payment would go up from like $1,800 to like $3,600 just because some jackass doesn't like your dog.
Mhm.
Have any of you guys lived with an HOA before?
No, I'd rather kill myself.
No.
Yeah, I've not lived with
Nope.
one. It sounds miserable, especially because like I bought the fucking property. Eat shit. I'm not following your rules.
Yeah.
I have a friend who belongs to one, and like there's like that typical, and it's a rich person neighborhood, so they could. I hope they all suffer, honestly. But one of the guys walks around and honestly will report stuff like to the HOA board, and he sits on the board, so he'll like walk around and be like, "Oh, your trees are hanging like a little bit too far to the ground, or a little bit too far over your neighbors,
Fuck
or
that.
like."
That's so
You're not
dumb.
supposed to fly that kind of flag, or you're not supposed to have a boat in your driveway, like some bullshit like that.
Eat
What a
my
boner killer.
ass.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Seriously, what a fucking nerd.
Fucking HOA.
I'm also pretty sure that dude that does that also walks around the neighborhood like without his shirt on every day in the summer. And the dude's like almost 80. So
What the
he
fuck,
doesn't,
man?
Sounds
he's
like a
not in
gross
shape.
pervert.
Yeah. It's fucked up that a dude with no shirt on and weird ass droopy old man nipples is going to tell you can't have a stainless steel grill in the front of your house.
Oddly
I mean,
enough, there's an
come on-
addendum
come on,
in the
I-
HOA that allows you to be a gross pervert.
Yeah. Also, a grill in front of your house? Come on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I would get fined so often for not mowing my grass.
Yeah.
Dude comes out with a ruler.
Just don't have time during the week, you know? Fuck it.
I do know that.
My yard looks like an actual forest sometimes. It's gross.
Mine right now is
But who
awful.
cares?
It's so long.
Mine's rocks.
Go mow your rocks, Dave. Make sure the output is pointed away from your house. So it hits all the cars out in the street.
Just shooting the windows out of his neighbor's cars
Yeah.
and holes in their PVC fence and shit.
Morning, Ted.
You have to go to Ace Hardware every week to get more fucking rocks because you keep shooting them all over.
They would fucking love you, man.
It's like I'm out there mowing rocks with a lawnmower. I'm in fucking shorts and a t-shirt fucking out there, but I also put on safety glasses.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just
You'd have to
get
get
those
your
tests
lawnmower
safe.
blades.
yeah,
like,
and the
sharpened
headphones in
every
protector.
6
Oh my
minutes.
god.
Yeah.
They'd be so pitted all the time.
You might as well just
I
use
hit,
a
like-
snow thrower.
I fucking love it.
Shit.
Oh man, that's good.
Are you
Just
satisfied,
fucking,
Dave?
man, I love that picture in my head. I'm gonna think about that a lot. Just fucking maniac shooting
Scott-
rocks everywhere.
Yeah, Scott, don't you go drawing me with fucking rocks again.
I'm not going to.
That was already
Bullshit.
art once.
I know.
Yeah, I'm satisfied.
That was fun art, though. I had a good time doing it.
Good.
All right. It's time for mid-show. We're going to put a theme song in here that Dave's going to have to write on the spot. because this is not an actual mid-show segment.
Guess right in.
Ooh, that was suave. I like
Thank
it.
you. My nipples are hard.
We have
I'll
a
throw
guest
a little
writer.
reverb
Writer
on
sound
it.
in the background.
We have a listener submission from Dr. Douglas Turkey Dick, or known as @Raptor Breath on Twitter. He's a big fan. We're a big fan of him. He's a great dude. If you guys want to call into the show or text into the show a question, Dr. Douglas Turkey Dick did it by texting 708-433-9153, in case you guys want to do that shit. His question is, greetings, gentlemen. Are you seated wipers or standing wipers? Yours truly, Dr. Doug.
What's the question?
Ooh.
Are you
a seated wiper
or a standing
Oh.
wiper?
Okay.
Do you stand and let the bidet wash your ass, Rico?
Yeah, I clench my ass together as hard as possible and just
Don't let the bidet water hit your ass on the way out.
Rico stands up and the bidet just shoots his balls. Just mouth
From the back, no less.
I like the way it feels. Scott.
Pulls up his pants. Yeah, it's clean.
Whatever.
Oh, that's good enough. I'm not going to draw
like-
Dave with rocks, but I am going to draw Rico doing that shit with his bidet.
Definitely like a half squat.
Give him long balls, Scott. Nice
Of
long
all of
balls.
us, the back of
Rico
his
long
nuts are the
balls.
cleanest.
Or at
They
least
spend
even
a lot
any
of
hair
time
back
by
there,
his
it's just-
asshole that doesn't get any of the water, though. So
oh god. I'm a sitter. I'm a seated wiper.
I'm a stander. I gotta. Well, it's like a
Like a half
yeah.
squat.
It's a stand, but with like a miniature squat / leg lift.
Yeah, every now and then I'll lean forward and get a little bit of lift back there too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like in a seated position, like reaching back and like getting the far end of the crack is a little bit difficult. So, like the stand, one leg lift, little squat.
One leg lift, like the Captain Morgan pose, where you got your leg up on like a box or something.
Unironically, yes, except it's my bathtub.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Honest to God, like if you give your ass like a little bit more spread, I do believe that there is less TP usage as a whole. I have no way to test that theory.
No, but that's believable. I might give it a shot.
How about you, Smitty?
I switch off, honestly. Depends on what I'm in the mood for. Growing up, I was always, and into my early to mid 20s, I was a stander exclusively until somebody mentioned sitting and wiping, and I'm just like, that never even occurred to me. I could do that. And so I tried that once, and I'm just like, I'm gonna add that to my repertoire now. That's fine. So I
Bust
just
that
gotta
move
switch
out from
off.
time to time.
I do lift the leg like Dave does, except instead of like a bathtub, I've got like a radiator with like a cover on top of it that I'll put my leg up on. But I can attest that Dave is correct. It is cleaner when you put the leg up.
Mhm.
Do you guys use your dominant hand? I do.
Yes.
Yeah, same.
God, I don't know. I don't think I have the coordination to wipe lefty.
I was just thinking,
I
like,
think I'd miss.
how would I do that?
Yeah, I'd make it worse.
It's my own asshole.
If I had to wipe left-handed, I would immediately just hop in the shower.
Yeah.
I lack the dexterity to wipe lefty.
Dr.
That was
Douglas
my
Turkey
question for
Dick,
the day.
we hope you're satisfied. And we want to know which hand or what position you wipe in, and also which hand, I guess. I forgot that wasn't the question. I have it sitting in front of me. I'm not a good host. Speaking of bitch, I think I'm going to go next.
Hell yeah.
Boys, which apocalyptic event would you prefer to be the cause of your death? There'd be nuclear war, aliens that are hostile, AI taking over. You name
Is
it.
this like a multiple choice question or is it like open ended?
It's whatever you want. I was just giving some examples.
Honestly, I prefer
Um,
nuclear war because I'd just
Yeah.
be vaporized on the spot.
It'd be faster.
It just
Same,
here and
but-
gone, then gone.
same concept, but I would choose a meteor because I don't
Oh
know.
hell yeah, metered rule.
Even though I'd be dead and I wouldn't give a shit, like the thought of nuclear war destroying us versus a natural cataclysm like an asteroid or something, like somehow that makes me happier. So
Or makes you less
Yeah.
sad, maybe.
Mhm.
happier.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. The thing about the nukes too that would suck is like, what if you don't live close enough to a major city that they decide to nuke, and then like, what are you gonna do? You just have to try and exist. It's not going to turn into Fallout or anything because you're going to get radiation
No,
sickness.
it's
It's
going
going
to be
slow.
miserable.
It's going to be painful.
Yeah, you'd have to
Damn,
like
no one wants to drop a bomb on Topeka.
It's where they test bombs out there in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I guess you have a little bit more control over that, though, right? Because you could purposefully go to one of the bigger cities that you know are probably going to be targeted.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Suicide by nuke?
Yeah.
They're going to be nuking Denver. I could be there in 45 minutes, depending on traffic.
Exactly.
Russia launched
I
a
hope-
missile. Chicago, here I come.
You're looking
You
at
just see like a line of traffic going southbound, and you're like flying the only person going north.
you're running over to the airport. You're like, sir, I need to get on a plane to Chicago right now.
I want to die
Yeah,
in a cool way.
I'll fly it. You tell me how to take off.
Surely there's a pilot here who sides with me.
There is a pilot there, and don't call him Shirley. I didn't want to do that, but that's strictly an airplane reference, and we were talking about airplanes.
I
Pretty
know,
good.
I
Pretty good.
know, I know.
I'd be disappointed if I didn't.
Me too.
What about AI? You think that's going
Nah.
to take over anytime soon?
That's going to be a bureaucratic apocalypse.
Yeah, that's my question.
Oh,
Yeah. Like there's nothing fun about robots taking over because we're just gonna be enslaved. Like that sucks. Fuck that.
you think we'll be enslaved?
I mean,
I think we'll be.
robots can't do everything.
I
so-
feel like we'll just be straight up killed,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
then. Yeah, fine.
like all Terminator
we're-
style.
We're too inefficient to do anything for them.
Wouldn't robots realize that like they could benefit from having humans do things that are too dangerous for perfect metal bodies?
That's assuming that they have a concept of perfection and wouldn't just like rebuild themselves.
I mean, flesh is impure and disgusting. Metal is delightful and pure and clean.
What?
I'm hoping that
Yep.
when the robots listen to all media that's ever existed, they'll know that I'm siding with them, and maybe they'll give me a corner job somewhere. I can like shine up like the robotic carapaces or something.
It just sounds like eugenics, but for robots.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You'd be like, what's the robot dog thing? The yellow
Goddard.
one?
what's it called?
Boston Dynamics thing.
Yeah, the Boston Dynamics.
Goddard
one.
from Jimmy Neutron.
No.
But like the thing from like Boston, I like
Spot?
Spot. I think it is Spot. Yeah, it can like run and it can walk. I don't know what else it can do. And people are like, "Oh, it's adorable because it's a robot." We would just be that. We'd be a fucking card trick for a bunch of robots.
It is Spot.
This is a sick question.
Yeah, I mean, not
Yellowstone
AI.
exploding.
Yeah, exploding is honestly the way to go.
Yeah.
Did you
Pretty
guys see
quick.
You guys see that like GIF reenactment of what happened to the people in that submarine?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, well, no, I haven't,
Uh,
but that would be a good way to go.
No.
Like
Yeah.
like legit, they
Liquefaction.
explode.
Yeah. And
Like
implode.
they actually explode.
They implode.
Well, they explode too.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
They did that on an episode of Mythbusters. They put like a dude in like an old fashioned scuba suit, like 300 feet down, which obviously is nowhere near the same depth that these guys were at. But then they unpressurized the suit and the entire body exploded up into the helmet. It was fucking gross and cool.
Yeah. Just
Hmm.
immediate ground beef.
Instant
Yeah, that'd be
ground
pretty
beef sounds
sick.
horrible. It would come
I
in
mean,
a box. And
you
have to add
you
water
would
to
not
it.
notice if that happened to you.
Well, no, but I'm just thinking of what you said of instant ground beef. That sounds horrible.
It is. It's miserable, but
No, not their deaths. Like
you're not
literally,
gonna.
like instant mashed potatoes, but instant ground
Oh,
beef.
like dried beef granules or something.
Dehydrated beef.
It's like something you get in like a camping meal or something.
it would
Holy shit.
it wouldn't come in a camping meal. It would no doubt come in a packet that you mix in with your hamburger helper.
Do you think
That's
if you
gross.
dehydrated like beef strips like jerky to the absolute like driest it could be, then pulverize it into dust and then mix in water and add it, like that would kind of be instant ground beef, would it not?
It would be like a paste. You'd have to like form it into like meat chunks.
Yeah, you
Like
make like
gravy.
well, what do you think a burger is? I just form it into a disc and then I put it on a bun.
Yeah, but when I think of
Yeah, but
ground
there's-
beef, I think of something I like eat, like peel out of a package or squeeze out of one of those like tubes, and I just like smash it and it holds a shape.
I kind of want to try this.
Okay,
Do you have a food dehydrator, Dave?
I do.
it's the sequel to Super.
I got it from
shit.
Bed Bath and Beyond during their closing sale. Funny story about that, Scott.
Yeah.
Just gonna hijack this.
Oh, that's cool. This question was garbage.
Go ahead.
All the Bed Bath and Beyond stores recently went out of business, and they had like a huge, massive sale, and they went out of business.
Bed Bath and out of
Um,
business.
Bed Bath and Beyond is.
Bed Bath and Boned.
But I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but their like finance VP or whatever, once he realized that the store was going under, he decided to kill himself by jumping out of a building.
What the fuck? Oh shit.
Yeah. So the whole time we were in there, I was getting all these deals on shit because we got a dehydrator, we got one of those KitchenAids, we got a brand new clock that's like fucking gigantic, we got some new like sheets and bedding and whatnot, and we walked out of there spending like not even the cost of one of those items. So the whole time that we were in there, and I forgot his name, but I kept telling my wife that he walked so that I could fly.
Yeah. I love when like
Uh,
was this the CEO you said?
CFO
hold on.
probably.
I don't think it was the CFO. It was the CFO.
It was just a
Good-
regional
Fuck
director.
yeah.
Gustavo Arnal. He walked so that I could fly.
Nice.
This dude killed himself, and you get a toaster for 50 cents.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you, Arnaldo. Think about you every time I use my 4-slot toaster.
You should get,
My point being that toaster oven is also a dehydrator, so I can dehydrate stuff.
get
Oh,
it
it's
in.
a two,
Damn.
like a multi-tool. That rules.
Yeah, it's like a 9-in-1. It's pretty fucking
beef
sweet.
jerky in
It's an
there?
air fryer. It's a dehydrator. It's a
What the
toaster oven.
fuck? That
It's fucking-
rules.
It's
Fucking
fucking
Inspector
amazing.
Gadget
Well,
over here.
To be fair, all of those are like extremely similar appliances. It's
just-
in
it's
a
just-
fan in a box, and it's just
It's pretty much just like which of the two heating elements is turning on, and then which of the three fans is turning on.
Right. I have seen, like when you said 9-in-1, I have seen I think it was a toaster oven, but the top was a griddle and it made like a pot of coffee on the side. It was like
Oh yeah.
and a
I've seen
toaster. It had
those.
slots for a toaster too. I was like, that looks awesome if this wasn't from like a wish.com equivalent.
There was the guy from Top Gear, James May, reviewed one of those, and it like did a really shitty job of doing anything.
Yeah.
Like the coffee was not well done, and like the eggs were shitty, and like the heating elements were garbage.
It's
But it
less
does
than the
like
sum of
6
its
things
parts.
at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like to plug it into one outlet, just,
You
like
plug it into one outlet, it kills the entire breaker.
one
I like
out-
the thought of it just having like 9 fucking plugs that you have to plug in to do it all.
that are like
You can't remove any of the pieces from like
Yeah.
the housing.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to have like 6 of those like outlet extender things where it's
Yeah.
like 6
A full
plugged
power
into.
strip.
Yeah,
Yeah, it takes up a whole power strip.
right.
Yeah, you'd either have that or you'd have like the one cord for like the skillet or the toaster oven, but everything else is fucking battery powered.
D batteries.
Or C batteries.
Yeah.
Dave, could you use your toaster thing to make a Slim Jim, like a homemade Slim Jim for me?
I probably could.
All right, cool. Challenge
All right.
accepted.
Actually, I'm curious to see if Dave can make a homemade Slim Jim.
Boys, I know what I'm doing for you guys for Christmas.
Slim
alright.
Jims
Slim
and
Jims.
You
dehydrated
got 3
ground,
months to
Jims.
perfect it.
instant ground beef.
I'm gonna dehydrate beef, grind it into a powder, and then reform it into a stick, and then probably just throw it back in the dehydrator.
It needs
That
a
sounds
casing.
fucking awful, and I'm here for it.
It doesn't need casing. I can do whatever I want.
Oh man, that's how I want to die. Eating Slim Jims that Dave made till I die.
Eating botulism
my-
from Dave's Slim
That's
Jims.
I was just gonna say, like, my friend gave me botulism for Christmas.
I thought I had it on the dehydrator setting so I could dry it out, but it's actually on toaster oven. So sorry, buddy.
No, it just wasn't on. I just left a bunch of raw beef in there for 4 days.
Only plugged in eight of the plugs.
Yeah. Damn it.
I'm pretty fucking satisfied.
Hell
And for a hot second there, I was looking at the screen and I was like, "Which one of you guys fucking asked this question?"
I know. I had to hold back.
Well, thanks, man. I mean, you're more than welcome to step in if need be.
Are you satisfied?
We're getting through it. Yeah, it was good enough.
Hell yeah.
Rico,
Hello.
what's up, buddy?
I think this question might suck ass, but so I went to the fair today, and one of the foods that was available for us to get from there was crab legs.
What
I'm talking like, yeah.
were they
So-
Way
fried?
too fancy for there.
I did not even attempt to go in the vicinity of that location
I don't-
because that
They're-
scared me.
They're fried and dusted with powdered sugar.
yeah,
So I was just curious, what is the fanciest quote unquote food that you would be willing to eat at a fair or carnival? Or like, what are other foods that you would definitely not eat
Okay,
at a fair
just-
or carnival?
just knowing the fair that you went to, and like any fair that I've ever gone to around our shitty ass little hometown in bumfuck Illinois, I wouldn't eat anything considered fancy at a fair. That's like immediate dysentery right there.
It's like
Yeah.
gas station sushi.
I was just
Like,
gonna
you
say
stay
sushi.
away.
Yeah,
Or just- yeah.
I think
No.
seafood in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, there's a reason why they stick to frying Twinkies and Oreos and other already highly processed foods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the non-perishables.
The only like seafood I would eat at the fair, and only if I had like no other options, would be like a fish fillet.
Or fish and
Like
chips.
a
Yeah,
breaded-
like a freshwater fish.
Yeah,
I'd
it'd be like
I don't know.
a tilapia fish fillet. It'd basically be like a
Catfish.
fish sandwich from McDonald's, except unbranded at the fair.
I can see there being like, because I mean, at the fairs they have their very specific like trucks and stuff for food, but I can honestly picture some fairs like doing legitimate food trucks, and like one of
They
them
do.
pulling in
They
with like.
absolutely do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean, I still don't think that should technically count.
No, anything.
Well, I mean, like, I
Whenever-
get a different.
Hmm.
Sorry, go ahead, Spitty.
I was gonna say, like, anytime I've ever bought food from a food truck, like literally every time it's been fine.
Food
The
trucks
only
are
issue
great.
is like it's overpriced.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like it's kind of the novelty of buying food from a truck. So, which
Man, I
saying
love
that
a
out
good
loud
food
sounds
truck
insanely
taco.
lame, but
Love
I
a
mean, it's
taco food
it's
truck.
convenient.
Food trucks
it
are
is
awesome.
convenient.
Great way to
Yeah.
support local business people that don't want to open up a full size restaurant because it's expensive as shit.
For sure. For sure.
I just want to throw in one unrelated anecdote. We were walking through the carnival, and we were with a couple friend of ours, and they have a 3-year. Well, she has a 3-year-old daughter. Was pushing her in a stroller, and one of the carnies like went up to her and said, "I like your baby or kid or whatever you call it." That's like fucking.
That's fucked up, man.
What?
That dude is
What?
on a list.
Weird.
I like your baby or kid or whatever you call it.
Oh, he said
Come
it
on, man.
verbatim like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like
I-
what?
I feel
That
like
was an alien.
the quality of that comment, I feel like also goes down to the attractiveness of the person.
I did not look at that man.
I don't mean
I
physical
try to get away
attractiveness
from-
only. I mean like all around like societal attractiveness.
Mm.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got away from him quickly.
Dave, you were
Already
gonna,
saying that he likes your kids pretty weird.
you were going to say something earlier.
Was I?
You looked like it. I was going to jump in, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
I was just going to say that I think food trucks hold themselves to a different standard than like a set up stall that's by the carnival, run for the carnival.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've never seen anybody eat a salad at a fair before.
I've never seen a salad be offered.
I feel like
No,
they would
never.
shoot you if you
Yeah.
like tried to eat one.
Yeah, I don't think I would get one from a fair either.
How do you put a salad on a stick and fry it?
It's just
beer
a whole
batter.
iceberg lettuce.
Just
Yeah,
a whole
it's a head of
lettuce.
Yeah.
It's just fried.
Mhm.
And again, dusted with powdered sugar.
That or they just have like the old fashioned like mustard bottles that have like the nasty dried plugs on the end of them and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Shit.
But
When I was
speaking
growing up,
sorry.
we were in I was in 4-H growing up, and we would go to the county fair, and our wing of I don't know what you would call it, branch of 4-H in that area, we would run a little like food stand, and we would sell like pork burgers and stuff, and like nothing fancy. We did not offer salads. It was all just like fast food. But like I think the fanciest thing I would eat at the fair would be like a pork burger, which is like fancier than like a hamburger because like not as common, but objectively not actually any fancier technically.
Yeah, but did you serve
Yeah.
them up fresh, or did one guy make them an hour or two earlier, and then you wrapped them in foil and put them in the big roaster that you put like turkeys and shit in to keep them warm?
Oh, it was fresh. It was made to
Oh, yeah?
order.
I feel like every
Yeah.
fair I've been to that's had somebody selling food like that, they keep it in like one of those turkey roaster things. You're like, how fucking old is this? The bread's
for
bread's a
real.
crouton, for God's sake. Or because there was so much moisture when they wrapped it up, it's like soaking wet and falling apart.
I will say, like, there's a weird, gross charm to like a burger that you get at the fair, and it's like you can tell it was under the roaster a little bit too long,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's all like kind of mushy inside, but it's still like warm. I don't know. That's disgusting, but somehow I'm charmed by that.
Washes down with your bag of Lay's chips and an RC cola.
Hell yeah, dude! Royal Crown all the way.
Mm-hmm.
The fair food that I do like, I don't know why, but for some reason, just an ear of corn is always really good at the fair. And
Yeah,
turkey
dude.
legs.
Yeah.
Because it's usually like a big ear of corn too.
Yeah. And it's also like completely just dripping with butter.
That's the way to do it. Sometimes you'll get like you can put like sour cream or like spices and shit on it. I'm down with that.
Oh yeah. I fucks
Some
with that.
elotes.
Oh yeah, elotes for sure.
I've never had corn, like an ear of corn at a carnival before.
Yeah. Especially
I
when
didn't
it's
know it was
grilled.
really a thing.
So good.
Fuck yeah.
I also
pretty
fucks
good.
with fried Oreos.
Dude, yeah.
And
I
turkey,
can't- I
turkey
can't
legs
do 'em.
too.
Turkey
have
legs
fried
are bomb.
cookie dough.
Oh yeah, that's
Fried
about as
cookie
fancy as
dough?
I think I get.
Yeah.
A turkey
so-
leg?
Yeah.
Our friend got one, but I don't know.
Fried
get
wouldn't
a bite of
fried
it.
cookie dough just bake? I mean, it'd be like that's weird.
I don't know.
But there are
Yeah.
places that do
She
fried
said
ice
she-
cream.
She said it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
I had chocolate covered bacon at a fair like 15 years ago.
That shit is fucking awesome.
Dude, that sounds
really
very
good.
good.
I've also had
You ever had
chocolate,
covered potato chips?
Yes, and they were horrible.
No, that sounds
No,
that sounds
God,
good.
no, Scott,
The
no.
ones that I had were so bad.
They're fucking.
Are they Lay's or
good.
Doritos?
Lay's, at least,
Okay.
or Lay's adjacent.
I don't know.
The
Like
kind that I tried.
Jay's?
Like one of them I remember had ruffles, and like the chip on the inside was like kind of moist. Like
Hmm.
the I don't know, it was weird. Like not a fan.
You think like the salty would go so good with the sweet?
It does.
Damn.
I just had a bad
Yeah, it's
batch.
so fucking good. I have kind of an offshoot question. There is a lady who stands outside of our grocery store in the town that my wife and I live in, and she
Mhm.
sells tamales. And
Oh hell yeah.
they're just like in Ziploc bags, and you could tell like she's not probably supposed to be there, because she just kind of like hangs out like in between the cars in the parking lot, offering people to buy tamales.
She just
He's
like
very
and-
shifty.
she just
Well,
ambushed.
here's
very
there-
odd.
I'm curious to know your boys' opinion, because number one, I have been just pretty much taught to distrust everything and everyone.
Yeah.
So the part of me that's just like, she's trying to sell me poison so that I will die.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
isn't a great business model, admittedly, killing your customers and whatnot.
First one's free, man.
Works for cigarette companies. I don't know.
But like, that's the part of me that's keeping me away from buying these tamales. But the part of me that's like pushing me towards it, I have worked in my life. You might not be able to tell, but I am a white boy. But I've worked with a lot of Hispanic people in my lifetimes, and they've pretty much always
boy.
told me, like, if you can buy tamales from a Hispanic grandma, they will blow your fucking dick off. Like, they're just that good. And that's who's out there selling them. So I'm
And
just
you
like,
gotta, man. You gotta.
So
You should
what,
try
what would you boys do?
You lost
I
me at the
would.
Ziploc bag part.
Have
Yeah,
you seen
that's how
anybody
she
else?
sells them.
Yeah, the Ziploc bag is a little freaky. Have you seen anybody else buy it from her?
Yes, I
Did
have.
they die?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just like walk up
Maybe
to that
stake
person.
someone out first.
Walk up to that person, and be like, "This is my cell phone number. Let me know how good that thing was, and let me know if you die."
Let me know how many times you shit in the next 48 hours.
You're saying
And,
this in front of that lady.
Maybe it's that I'm a little bit more worried about. I doubt she'll try to kill me, but like she is selling tamales in Ziploc bags, which means I don't know where she might have, like, the origin of these might have been like a really dirty place to begin with.
Yeah,
I don't have the visibility, so I can't know.
I don't
Or
know.
are they still
So
warm?
I don't know.
How expensive are they?
I don't know. I've always said no thanks.
I don't know.
Anything
just-
under like.
But every
like
single time I say
$5.
no thanks, it kills me inside.
Just try it.
'Cause
Yeah, dude, you definitely
I
should.
don't know.
I don't know why when you first brought this up, I thought you like painted the picture of her like lurking behind cars, like guys that stalk women that come out of the supermarket.
does.
Like she drops like she'll put like a $20 bill in your windshield wipers, so like when you go to get it off, she like just arrives behind you with her cooler full of tamales.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
fucking
God damn it.
like, she literally today. Like, I went to the store today this afternoon, and she was in one. And you know, sometimes you have like parking lots where the cars are like running perpendicular to each other, but then you have like a sidewalk in the middle for like walking path. That's how it's set up. So I was on the walking path, and she just creeped out between two of the cars onto the path and said, "Tamales," and I said, "No thanks." And then I was just like, "God damn, dude! I bet they're fucking bomb. I bet they're fucking incredible."
Now,
I
You
like-
gotta try them, man. You
I
have
like
to.
the idea that like it's like a horror movie. You like put you bend down to put something in your trunk, and then you close the trunk, and she's standing there behind it, like holding up a Ziploc bag. Like, oh
To me-
man,
I feel like if she presented it differently, it would have a much different vibe. Like I left
Mhm.
one of the Ball Arena, which is like the big sports place where they do big concerts and shit in Denver, and I went and saw Greta Van Fleet, and I was leaving the show still like a tiny bit stoned, extremely hungry. And as I was walking out, there was like 5 Mexican families with like the little portable grills that you could like that have like wheels and stuff, the ones that like fold down super flat. And they were cooking up some, like one of them had like carne asada and one of them had a bunch of other stuff. It smelled so fucking awesome. As soon as you were leaving the place, I was like, I wish I had cash on me because this would be so dope right now. And it's a killer business model doing it outside of a concert venue, but just like fucking surprising people outside of the grocery store.
You know what's so weird? Like, she could be selling the same product, but if she had like $100 makeshift cart, I'd be like, yeah, this is legit.
Yeah. You know, if she had the makeshift cart and a sign that said Abuela's Tamales, you'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm going to buy all
Oh my
of
God.
this shit.
Yes. 100%, man. Seriously, a 35-cent poster board from the store with that wording in front of it on a $100 cart, and then suddenly I have no doubt in my mind at all.
Yeah. I hear the Psycho theme song, like the wing, 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 followed by Tamales.
You need to befriend her.
Yeah.
Gain
And
her
then
trust
get-
first.
Gain her trust. Get on the inside. Go to where she makes these things and make sure that she's not poisoning you, and then buy them off her. And then
Okay.
just ghost her after that, obviously.
So I'll be the annoying millennial that comes up and goes, "Where's this sourced from? Where are you getting your corn?"
Right outside.
Are
the
you
fucking
frying this
grocery
in
store that
lard?
You were buying all that stuff at.
What's that?
She said she gets all of her stuff at
Yeah,
the grocery
all of-
store. She's
All of it's sourced from Kroger. Yeah.
Oh shit, Rico, are you satisfied, buddy?
More than you could ever know, Scott.
Fuck yeah, that's the end of the show here, folks. We gotta close out, but stay tuned for post theme. We've got 2 other submitted things from listeners that you could listen to, or you could just fuck off and go to the next episode or whatever. I don't give a shit.
Fuck you.
No,
Yeah,
Who
right?
gives a
No.
shit?
You gotta encourage.
I'm sorry. Let me.
Fuck us.
They want to stay after theme.
No, I want them to, but if they don't, I can't hold them accountable for it.
Can't make them do anything.
No.
You better fucking stay, Bo.
If you like what you hear, follow us on Twitter at mquestionspdc, and then that's also our same handle for TikTok. Follow us on Instagram at the Important Questions Podcast, on Reddit with r/Important Questions Pod. As little as $1 a month on Patreon at patreon.com/the Important Questions. We'll get you a bonus episode on the last Tuesday of every month that most, and not by most I mean all, common folk don't get. Only our boners get that exclusive context. As I said earlier, you could call or text a question or comment or literally whatever the fuck you want into the show at 708-433-9153. Yeah, we follow up on it, and then we put it post show, and then I tell you that you don't have to stick around to hear it. So it's a wise investment of your time, people.
Hell yeah.
Any final
We
thoughts?
got a good business model, guys. This is great.
Don't worry, I'll sell it up if it ever happens again. We have listener submission, Scott, which means I'm hosting this week.
Okay. Any other final thoughts?
No.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
Have a good week.
Tamales really are a bomb, though.
I don't know, man. Something's telling me that these would literally be the best tamales of my life.
You should buy
need
them
to do
and then
that.
just like analyze them when you get home. And
Send
then,
them off to a lab.
take
What,
a
what am I
tiny-
looking for?
tiny bite.
What am I
Lab.
looking for?
Right, exactly. What are you looking for? They're probably fine. They're probably fresh.
Just like
Bust out a microscope.
call your doctor
Yeah.
before you eat them and be like, hey, just a heads up. I don't know if I'm going to need something in a little bit, but I need you to be on standby.
He's like, oh, that lady on Fifth? Oh, yeah. They're fucking amazing.
Doctor, can you send this tamale to the lab?
You mean abuela's tamales?
Can you do a blood panel on this tamale?
Oh, God. Thank you for sticking around post show. We got some follow up to some questions and shit that we had a few episodes ago. First of all, Bo.
It was last episode, Scott, but it's been so many weeks because of the Labor Day and the bonus episode.
And we also,
I mean, it seems like an eternity.
we also like recorded that like other intro that we were going to use for that banked episode. I don't know. We're going to throw that in. So I'm just
That's
being
true.
super generalistic here.
Yeah.
Anyway, last episode, as I said before, Bo had written in and asked us who would be the best attorney, and Bo's written in some feedback. Would you boys like to hear it?
I would like to
Nah.
hear it.
I would love to hear that.
All right. Well,
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, I'm signing with Smitty.
okay. Have a good week.
You know, I'm a pussy, so
I don't.
I
I
agree
don't
with the other
need
two.
your criticism, Bo.
We all win.
Now, what's he got to say?
Bo said, I would rather try being my own lawyer after hearing what you guys would do.
All right, fuck you too.
Yep.
He doesn't like our fucking bird and tree law,
Yeah.
and fish law.
Bo said that if he did commit a crime, it was skipping in line. You're a real hard ass,
It's not
Bo.
a crime.
Yeah, you're a hard ass.
They should send you to jail for that.
And
Yeah, I wouldn't defend your ass, Bo.
Piece of shit.
his favorite fish is the angler fish.
I forgot that we asked him that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is
Cool.
a good answer.
It is a good
Pretty good
answer.
fish.
It's an okay fish.
Yeah, it's like a 5 out of 10 fish.
It's fine.
I think the
It's
anglerfish
mid.
is like so 2005.
I mean, it's like
It's one of the fish.
It's a typical pick because it's so cool and scary. And then we
What's
have.
y'all's favorite fish then?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Fuck if I know.
Largemouth
I study
bass,
tree law, whatever.
Yeah.
bluegill.
I like the yellow tang.
I don't know what that is.
Sunfish.
Say a common fish, idiot.
Dave, what was the fish, like the parasitic fish species that you and I kept catching at that lake, and you threw a couple of them in the garbage can?
Yeah, as you're fucking supposed to. It's the round goby, and it's invasive as fuck, bro.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
you're supposed to, but it's just funny that your way of
You gotta
killing
kill 'em.
it is throwing it in a garbage can when it was like 90 degrees. It was awesome. Glinko
Yep.
also wrote into the show by asking us, when you guys floss or use a toothpick, what do you do with the plaque and shit that you dig out of there? Do you wipe it on a paper
What
towel
the
like at the
fuck, dude?
dentist, or do you fucking
Ew.
eat it? Glinko.
What the fuck, man?
No, Glinko, I have a brain, so I like wash that shit off in the faucet.
Right, I was gonna say you just rinse it.
Yeah. Fucking floss
especially-
your teeth and go
especially
back
like
and go, I don't know why a small part of me thinks that the plaque's just immediately going to go right back in between your teeth if you do that.
Yeah, just magnetic.
No,
That's where it
I
belongs.
put it back in my
Knows its
mouth. I
home.
eat it and I sniff the floss afterwards too, just to get a read on how my dental hygiene is.
Yeah.
I boof it.
I just
shove it straight up my asshole.
actually,
I eat that shit, but I'm afraid of some tamales.
You know what's funny? I actually have a warm-up question, and the warm-up question is, do you floss?
Not as often as I should, Rico.
Yeah, same.
That's my
And
answer too.
about
it
a
was
week before I
spawned
go to
out
the
of the-
dentist.
Yeah, it was spawned out of the fact that I went to the dentist for the first time in like 6 or 9 months or something because I missed one. And the first question she asked me was, or the first observation was that you don't floss, do you? And I was like, nope. I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You can tell that just by looking at me for 2 seconds, huh?
But if you said
You
yes,
should look at their computer and give them shit that they didn't ask for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should.
She goes, "You don't floss, do you?" You go, "Yeah, I do." And she would go, "Okay. Well, what do you do with the plaque and shit that you get off the toothpick? Do you eat it?"
Do you wipe it
Roll it
on a
up to a
paper towel
ball
like
and
as
make
if
a-
you're here?
Make a candle out of it.
Yeah, I actually save mine. I wipe it on the wall, and it just becomes one big thing.
Getting the Guinness
You got a
World Book
popcorn
of Records, the
ceiling.
biggest.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got textured walls.
Gross.
Is that what your ceiling's made out
I
of?
lost it as soon as Smitty said popcorn ceiling. That's
Oh yeah,
fucking
you
gross.
you guys could see that shit up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, all
it's a
that
lot of plaque,
plaque.
Dave. Goddamn.
Dave's got to come in with his
Yeah.
floss and like shoot it like a fucking slingshot.
I floss with rubber
goddamn.
bands only.
Yeah, Glinko, that's fucking gross, dude. I hope you don't eat that shit.
This is the same guy who farts on his washing machine, right?
Dryer.
Dryer.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
dryer.
This all tracks.
The first 2 Glinko write-ins were so good,
Glinko, you've fallen.
This one was good.
and
I
then
liked
then it was how often you boys shit, and then it's do you eat your plaque?
Glinko's getting comfortable,
Yeah. I want to be friends with this guy
right?
Glinko fell off.
or girl.
Sounds like more like a creature than a person. Glinko, what are you?
we thought them up into existence.
Ugh.
Maybe
Glinko's
It's a figment of our imagination.
manifested the perfect listener.
It's just one of us. We just, when we're extremely high, we write in.
It could be any of the
Forget.
4 of us, but we don't have any memory of it happening.
It's probably been the 4 of us,
Isn't-
one each time.
Isn't like a
Yeah.
plot for Scream or something?
I have
Is
Oh my
Glinko
God.
our Tyler Durden?
I am the Important Questions podcast, Glinko Stinko.
Glinko's the one above all, huh?
Oh my god.
Sweet. All right,
Fucking A.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
we made it
Are we
through.
collectively satisfied?
I think so.
Mhm.
We're gonna
This
go
is post
floss
show.
after
We
this.
yeah we don't.
Probably should.
I just use a guitar pick.
Yeah, but do you eat it after?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Think about those gains, bro.
Yeah. Calories a calorie. Protein,
Closed
baby.
system, guys.
Log that into MyFitnessPal.
Yeah, I
Once-
drink my own piss. Why would I not eat my own plaque?
What would you lock that in my fitness pal as? Black, one serving.
Yeah, black. Parentheses.
0.00007 calories.
You can like change the serving size so it says like 1 kilo of plaque. Still only like 400 calories.
Okay.
I think if you eat plaque, that shit will end up in your heart. That's how you get heart attacks, man.
What
That's
weighs
a different
more,
type of plaque.
Oh,
a kilo of feathers or
That's
a
the good
kilo of
plaque.
plaque?
Yeah, it's good kind of plaque.
You log your 1 kilo of plaque and your phone dings that you met your protein goal for the day.
And you only had to eat 4.4 pounds of plaque. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, fuck.
Always maxing out those protein macros, boys.
I'm plaque maxing.
This is gonna be my excuse when I go to the dentist next time and still haven't lost.
I'm eating nothing but butter and cheese.
Doc, I didn't floss. I'm saving it for winter. It's going to be a harsh one this year.
What would you say? There's around like 4.4 kilos?
No, don't clean it out.
4.4 kilos is
I'm
8.8
saying.
pounds, bro.
You bring in your ball of plaque to the dentist. Can you weigh this?
Yeah. How am I supposed to floss this, Doc?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, can we end
You
this?
spread that shit on toast.
Good stuff.
Ugh, Jesus. Fuck you.
Oh, that's where I cross the line, Smitty.
It's like Marmite.
Not the whole fucking ball that you go in and weigh at the dentist. No, spread it on your
This
goddamn
is
toast.
real.
Oh,
We've been
yeah.
talking
okay.
about eating it for the past 10 minutes, and as soon as you say,
Dave.
I put it on toast.
Yeah, eat it by itself. Yeah, fucking whatever. Eat it with something palatable.
It's an every
Dave.
time snack.
Can you make me a
A
black
Slim
Slim
Jim?
Jim, please?
Yeah.
See, I picture once you have it in a ball, you just take a cheese grater over your spaghetti. You're like, say when.
And send it into ordinary sausage. Can you make a sausage out of my plaque?
Bop, 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 bop.
0.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Good shit.
We're going to cut all that.
Yeah.
We can't let Glico know he actually had fun with this question.
You just
It's not
clip in
canon.
all of us going, no. And
Yeah.
the theme song kicks in.
Glinko, you're gross.
Disgusting.
I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
Same.
Same.
All right.